YouTube. It's your boy Chris Lee TV. Right now I'm in H-Town. I'm in Houston, packing up my stuff. I'm done with training. About to leave the hotel, head to the airport. Wanted to get on here to let you guys know kind of how the past 2 weeks have been going. I haven't made it to video in about 2 weeks. I'm gonna start getting better. It was a lot of stuff. This is I had to do orientation, right? So this was pretty much me doing, just getting retrained for the same company. I'm back car hauling, but the past 2 weeks, they sent me to do orientation. I did orientation. They said it would be 4 weeks. They cut it down to 2 because I already had experience. They just wanted to make sure I still could do the job, right? Ever since my injury, whatever, they kind of were worried about that. I'm like, okay, can he really do this job still? So I had to prove to them that I could do the job still. So I went up and did that with orientation, with a 1 week orientation and then 1 week training on the job with the trainer. Finished orientation, they sent me to Houston. I'm in Houston, like I said before. So I'm out here. I got with the trainer. It was a long week. I've been, working out and doing the job. So I'm really sore. It's a really physical job, right? Hauling cars is a physical job. You're out in the element and stuff like that. So I'm very beat up. But I'm gonna go home and rest and relax. I'm gonna chill. The week wasn't too hard. There were some hiccups. Some of the cars, batteries died. Some of the cars had flats. It was just a lot of things being thrown at us. Nothing that couldn't be fixed, but there was a lot of, trials that we had to go through. Just that's a part of the job. That's part of the job, part of car hauling. It's just being able to be a problem solver, being able to fix the, fix the issue, be solution oriented. That's what really, got us through the week. Because if we just sat there and was like, oh, I don't know what to do, like, we wouldn't have gotten as many loads done. We got quite a bit of loads done, and it was very successful. I did pretty much all of the driving, so I'm good with the driving. That was just pretty much it. Just hanging out with a new person, just figuring out like what people kind of their mindsets and stuff like that. And it made me realize like I'm not. How do I say this? It's like don't. So the person I was with, like they just like they were very personal questions. So what I'm saying, I could have been like, hey, like I don't want to answer that, but I don't want no like tension in the truck. I don't, what I'm saying, like sometimes you gotta hold your tongue, right? I did that a lot in this experience, being in somebody else's truck. Held my tongue a lot. Cause I'm like, what I'm saying? A lot of contradictions. I'm like, bro, like, do you know what I'm saying? I hear you talking. Like I hear what you're saying to, to me, to other people, how you talk, how you move outside the truck, in the truck, and I'm like you're very contradicting of a person. But I really held my tongue. I'm not the most normal person myself. I have my little quirks here and there, a little quirky. But everything I'm still in the quirkiness. I'm very solid. I'm very, this is me, this is what I do. It's not no cap in it. There's no veil that you're gonna, like kind of see. I'm just me. To my friends, I'm a little bit more friendlier. To people who I'm associated with, we're not gonna give you the whole picture. And I think that's how everybody should move. So, like that was kind of one of my issues. It's been like, trying to figure out like, why are you so invasive? Like, what do you want to know about this? What do you want to know about that for? Like, what do you want to know about this for? Like, I was like, so I'd give like an answer that kind of just make the make it flow. Make everything just keep going. So that was one of my issues with just being in the truck with another person. It's like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like this ain't that. I'm trying to clear my voice, but I'm very excited to be back car hauling. You know, I'm excited to get back in my own truck. I made sure that like they detailed the truck because the truck that they gave me or tried to give me was very filthy, very dirty. You know what I'm saying? It needed a lot of TLC. So I made sure that, make sure, hey, make sure the truck runs, make sure it's clean, make sure I get a new bed. Because when I get out there, when I get back out there, like we really want to run. I really want to get out there and make some money. I have like some significant debt just from not being able to pay my bills as much, you know what I'm saying, or making as much money to pay my bills as I would if I was driving. But I sat down for 6 months. So the stuff that I was already behind on, that I was catching up on, you know what I'm saying, it kind of dug a little bit more of a hole. With my finances, I'm not tripping about my finances. I'm very open about my finances because what I try to do with my finances is, I try to just better myself, right? So if you've been on my channel, if you're, you know what I'm saying, a subscriber, you've been here, like I got into a lease truck and it set me back a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because the truck kept breaking down. And I had, you know what I'm saying? And all I had was pretty much credit cards that I had to rely on to get me out of that situation. So once the truck like made its final breakdown, I was luckily I was at home, right? I was at the TA in Dallas, across the street, or yeah, I was at the Freightliner in Dallas, across the street from the TA. That's where I took my truck to get it. It's like last repair that I made on it. I kept going back and forth, back and forth. The truck, like it would skip gears and stuff like that. Hey, give me some water. It would skip gears. It was doing a lot of crazy stuff. So once like I figured out like, hey, like this is like the third or fourth time this truck is messed up. Like I'm not going to get back in this truck. Actually, no, I didn't make a decision not to get back in the truck. My body made the decision. So like I had got a back injury, like playing with my daughter. I think that, and then I was like, hey, like I can't come back because my back or whatever. Like I sprained something, like trying to pick her up. So I sat out the truck for a little bit. I used my insurance adjusting license. You don't want to be a one-trick pony out here. So I had got my insurance adjuster license like a year or so before this, just to make sure I wasn't a one-trick pony. So I got my insurance adjuster license, it only took a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks to do it. I forget how much it was. The ones that I lied. But I got that and I just sat on it, you know what I'm saying, for a while. And so when this happened, I was like, okay, like, I don't know about if I'm gonna be able to get back in the truck. So what can I do? And I was like, okay, I have my insurance adjuster license. Let's go use that. So I went to work at State Farm. It was like a couple days. It was pretty much a work from home job, but you had to go in like 2 days out of the week or something like that. I forget the name of whatever they called it. But you know what I'm saying? It was something to get me by. It was a job to get me by. Something I didn't have to like really work hard for to get the license because I already had it. I think I was making it wasn't making much though. Like it was just helping with the little like bills to help us keep afloat, right? It didn't do what it needed to do. Me being in an office, it was just like kind of felt restricting. I felt like real restricted, so I got up out of there. As soon as my back felt better, I got up out of there, and I had talked to this guy, and I went to the oil field. And once I left the oil, like once I went to the oil field, you know what I'm saying, I'm working out, making sure that I'm a little bit stronger. And then I come home and work, you know what I'm saying, JB Hunt, local. And that was cool. I really enjoyed working there, but it's still not enough money. So start car hauling. Now we car hauling. And somebody rear-ended me about 4 months into car hauling. Guy at the red light. Light turns green. Guy rear-ends me. So, I've been very fortunate to be able to come back from these things, to have things in place. That's just, just playing ahead. I'm really noticing that, like, I'm a foresight type of person. Like I like to look ahead of things. I like to look ahead and make sure like, okay, like if this happens, like what's the contingency? Like what's going to save me? What's going to prevent me from having to go and like struggle and find a job or like work or something that, you know what I'm saying, like just a lot of things I'm not qualified for, possibly, you know what I'm saying, or going back to school. So like what do I have to do to prevent like an extended period of not having a job, pretty much. So I like to look ahead and, you know what I'm saying, make sure like, hey, if this happens, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So now we're getting in, like, it's 2024, about the end, going into 2025. So now I'm looking like, okay, what's going to happen next? What are we doing next? So I'm getting some ideas, you know. One of the things I'm going to do is like just be consistent. I'm going to stay on social media. I'm going to stay on YouTube. I'm going to keep making videos because I want to see like where it takes me. Like I have, you know, everyday stuff to talk about. I talk about car hauling, talk about financial literacy. That's one of the big things. Like it's not that I'm not financially literate. It's not that you know what I'm saying, I don't know how to save money or invest money or spend money, but I just keep having like these things that happen, right? And me not being able to like prepare for like these things because it's just out of nowhere these things happen. Luckily for the wreck, I did have short-term disability. You know, that came in handy a lot. That came in. That was a big, like, smart decision on my part to get short-term disability. Not knowing that I'll be using it probably like a month later, but you know what I'm saying, just looking in the future, like, okay, like if something happens to me, I need to still be able to provide. I still need to be able to make sure that my bills are paid. Like I said, I didn't pay all the bills, it paid the important bills. So now we're catching up from that, and we're catching up from the the lease truck, which I'll never, ever, ever lease a truck again. And that's just with anything though. Like it did kind of like steer me away from like the lease owner operator thing because the amount of time you have to sit, the amount of time that, you know, it takes to repair a vehicle. You know, it was a lot of moving parts in that process. Like the truck went down 3 or 4 times. Like that should have been the sign of like, okay, like we really have to do something. Something really needs to be done. But it wasn't my call, you know what I'm saying? Like, like these companies, like they still dictate and determine their trucks. It's still, at the end of the day, it's still their truck. So they still make the shots. They still call the place. You're doing a PM, you're doing preventive maintenance, you're making sure that every 30,000, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You're still keeping the truck on a maintenance schedule. You're building a maintenance account, but it's for their truck. So at the end of the day, like, it didn't make sense to keep doing the same thing in that light at that time. I think if I were to do that, I want to have money saved up, 30,000, 50,000 saved up, where I can be comfortable enough to, you know what I'm saying, make that leap and you know, not have to worry about too much if it comes to a repair. Okay, like I have money on the side for repair, and I'm able to do things as far as I have a car now that I can drive Uber in. So if I were to, you know what I'm saying, get out of the truck, go drive Uber. You know, that's something that anybody can do if you have a car and your truck breaks down or you have to go home for a while. Just go drive Uber, you know what I'm saying? Get a little hoopty. You can do Uber Eats. You don't have to drive people around. But that's just like a quick solution, a quick fix. You know, it's not like a long-term thing. Not for me, at least. But like I said, we're gonna be making lots of more content. I have my email list growing. I have my books that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna start really pushing out and you know, selling those. You know, and we're gonna just try to make some deals online, get on some podcasts, talk about what I have going on, talk about my products. Like it's easy, like as long as you're consistent with the social media stuff. I've had these things happen in the past. I've had podcasts that people have interviewed me. I've had articles written about me. I've had these things, you know what I'm saying? So like social media is just, it's already like people are looking for people to talk about, to write about, to tweet about, to write articles about. So why not make that me, right? Why not make that you? With social media, like I think once you do get like that ball rolling, people start to reach out. They want you to be an affiliate to their brand. They want to give you like things where you know, y'all can partner and you can make money. I think that's a really dope thing about this internet, because it's like out of thin air pretty much. It's like you're making money out of thin air. When unlike my job where I have to put in lots of hours, you know what I'm saying? I get paid hourly. So after my 40 hours, I get, you know what I'm saying, I still have a 70-hour clock. So I have up to 70 hours where I can get 30 hours of overtime after my 40 hours. So yeah, it's a good check, but I think the social media thing can grow bigger to where I make a bigger check. Or even if I made like a minimum wage job, if social media paid me like a minimum wage job or like a $14 an hour job, I'll be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? That's an extra like maybe $2,000 a month. Like I would not complain. So that's what I'm looking for. Like I want social media to make me like an extra $2,000 a month. Next year, I want to really try to learn about stocks. I think that's another like play for truck drivers. Like if like, you know what I'm saying, as far as like investing, yes, but also learning how to trade. I want to learn how to trade stocks next year. I think, you know what I'm saying, I think that's like one of the missing keys. I think that's something that we can do. You know what I'm saying, like it's almost like sports betting. I'm not like I don't gamble or anything like that. And I'm also like not trying to do something where I have to be in a state to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing I don't like about like sports betting. Like I have to be, if I'm in Texas, like I have to go to Oklahoma, or I have to be in a state like to make that play, make the parlay. And I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to bet on something and not be able to bet on something that I know I can win, but I'm in the wrong state. But if I learn to trade options, if I learn how to trade stocks, then it doesn't matter. I just have to download like Fidelity or Vanguard or Webull or something like that. Like it's very simple. So that's like my thought process behind that. I think if you can learn like sports, you can learn how to trade options. Like it's just about what you want to spend your time doing. Like, and that's one that I'm going to spend my time doing that next year. You know what I'm saying, getting more healthier, losing some weight. I gained a lot of weight just sitting in the house for 6 months because I couldn't do anything. It was very, very, you know, it was kind of almost like depressing. Like, you know what I'm saying, going from somebody or somewhere where I'm just moving, like I don't have any issues. I'm doing anything, everything. I'm working out, I'm running. I walked and jogged and ran. I did like 135 miles of like, you know what I'm saying, walking last year. So going from that to not being able to do anything at all is like, yo, what? It's a hard thing to take in. It's a hard pill to swallow, but you know, we had to get past it. And that's what I'm looking forward to. It's just like growing. Like seeing what can I do to make, you know what I'm saying, my life like different, right? It's time to make some changes. I want to see some different results. I want to see some bigger things happen. Like when I started doing YouTube, I was sharing an apartment with my brother, and then I moved into my own apartment, everything in my name. I had my own car, paid off cash. You know what I'm saying? I moved from there to a townhome, bought a new car. I still have my old car, but you know what I'm saying? I'm growing, but I want to grow bigger. I don't have to grow to the biggest, you know what I'm saying? But I want to see like some significant changes in my life. So some things I have to do. I have to be more consistent. I have to, you know what I'm saying, to kind of plan better. I have to make more money. Got to make more money. So, you know, I'm already starting on my things I want to do next year. I'm starting that right now. I'm already working out. I got my jump rope in my bag. I got my resistance bands in my bag. Like I'm really getting to it. I'm really trying to get the ball like rolling now, because, you know, this is my chance. You know, and knowing me, I might, you know what I'm saying, this could be, you know what I'm saying, like I've really been fortunate, very fortunate, because like I've had things happen to me, and I've been fortunate to be able to bounce back. And, you know, I guess I'm blessed. But what I'm gonna continue to do is just push forward. I'm gonna continue to push forward. I'm gonna continue to like make content. I'm gonna continue to just look for new things. Look for like what's the new thing? You know what I'm saying? We got this presidential, you know what I'm saying, changes coming. We have I see changes in trucking. You know, Pepsi just laid off a bunch of people in the Midwest. It's always people, you know what I'm saying? So that's always happening in trucking. So I always like, you know what I'm saying? I think we should always have a backup plan. People were there 33 years, like 40 years, 45 years, 33 years working for Pepsi. And they just, you know what I'm saying? They closed doors. They pulled up to work and they were like, yeah, like this operation is shut down. Warehouse is shut down. Like you no longer have a job. And that's so like, wow. Like I know Pepsi's not going nowhere. I hope not, because I have Pepsi stock, so Pepsi don't go nowhere. But what they did, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, and the thing with that is like, don't bite off more than you can chew. I mean, I feel like I've been biting off a lot. You know what I'm saying? I've been biting off a lot. But you know, I'm trying to make sure that I clear my plate so I can make these like bigger moves. I want to clear my plate so I can start, you know, just really doing what I plan to do for a long time. I have house in Michigan. I want to repair and get back, get that back up so I can rent that out. You know, I want to invest in real estate. I want to invest in stocks. I want to trade stocks. I want to, you know, start different businesses. You know, just make things happen. I'm Mr. Make Things Happen. So, you know, that's the goal. That's what I'm looking to do. I hope you guys can join me on this journey. I know a lot of you have already been subscribed and, you know, watching and, you know what I'm saying, on this journey with me. So I really appreciate that. I really do. If you're new here, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can kind of see where this goes. You know, I do go up, but everything's like the stock market. Like, you know what I'm saying? It goes up and down, but always you want to trend up. You want to always go up. You want to always do things that are going to improve your life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Next year, I'm trying not to eat as much fried food. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it makes your body, you know, I don't know. I just want to try something different. I'm always trying to like be more disciplined or just push myself to a different limit, hold myself to a higher standard. I've already been doing the vegan thing for 8 years. Vegan truck driver, you know, it's not a lot of us out there. It's a very rare thing to see. Especially when I was with my trainer, like he's like, oh, my route is Louisiana, Houston. So all the fried chicken, fried food places, all the fried boudin egg rolls, and you know, he's taking me all these places. He's like, oh, sorry, you can't eat. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. Like, I'm not tripping. You know, I've already got food in my bags. Like, I came with food. I'm always want to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Because especially with my diet, like I want to be prepared. I don't want to starve. So I'll make sure I bring stuff with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a person who, like, you don't need to cater to me. I'm looking for somebody to cater to me. I made my life decisions as a grown man. You know what I'm saying? So I have to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. I have to make sure that I'm taken care of at all times. Since I made these decisions, you know what I'm saying? I've decided these things. So I don't put that on no one else. Fortunately enough, you know, Panda Express was one of the places he liked to eat. So, you know, I know the chow mein at Panda Express is vegan. That's what I read online. So, you know what I'm saying? I get the chow mein and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Call it a day. I don't need to eat a lot to, you know, feel like I'm satisfied. I'm not looking, when I eat, I don't eat to like, you know what I'm saying, to be super full. If I eat, I ate, right? Like I don't need to walk around like, oh, it's time for a nap. Like if I eat, I ate, you know what I'm saying? Get you some water, you know what I'm saying? Make yourself feel a little bit more full. But I'm not trying to stuff myself. I'm not trying to do these things to where, you know what I'm saying? Like my body's working hard to digest these things. I want to make sure that, you know what I'm saying? When it's time to do what I need to do, I'm not straining. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, that stuff you can, some people sit down and never get up. based off the food they eat. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stress that you put in your body. So that's not something I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this thing as easy as possible, trying to make life as easy as possible. So planning is a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Just, I don't know. I just like to, like I said, I like to look ahead and make sure things are straight ahead, try to take care of myself now. So I can thank myself in the future. Like, oh, I'm glad you did that because this or that or that or this, right? But we 25 minutes in. It's your boy Chris Lee TV. I'm about to upload this right now. I'm about to upload this right now. Make sure you should like, subscribe, do all the things, but make sure you subscribe if you don't do one thing. You know what I'm saying? Be great.